I now have with me Alan Griffin and Steve Cusack, who are vital members of the Inagh-Kilnamona backroom team. Lads, first of all, thanks for coming here and talking to us. You've been busy this year. You had a huge year. I was just saying to Eugene there, I remember the first night you trained. It was a wet winter's night. I remember I passed in. I remember that, and you came over to see who was in it. You thought it was his wife. But,
check it out to be sure.
and I think I was given the papers. But you know, that's a long time ago. You have a huge job of work done, lads. And first of all, you know, congratulations for doing that and getting us here to a county final. I'll start with you, Alan. You remember that night? That was a wet winter's night. Could you have foreseen what was going to happen, or what was the feeling back then?
Listen, we just said when we first and just get to know the lads again as our first year involved. Literally like all year, like the games, we're just taking a game at a time. We just take it a few sessions at a time, just plan it out like we're one ahead. We weren't thinking long term like that.
Yeah.
Thinking getting the lads right, fitness going.
Even though it was your first night back, it was a happy night because it was the first night that you had trained in, what was it, a year and a half?
Oh, it was,
as a team, like, you know.
It's great to get out in the field and the lads, like, they didn't mind the rain or the weather conditions that matters, they were just happy to be out there. You know, it's a lot different to being on the Zoom, inside in the room, whatever, doing the swim condition here with Steve. It was actually great for them to get out, and if there's a hurricane there, they'd get out, it didn't bother them.
Absolutely, that's why I think that's why I went up that evening. It was even just to see lads out actually on the field. Steve, it's a huge commitment, huge time consuming. You know, it's not a couple of evenings a week anymore like we used to do back in our day. It's a full-time commitment.
Yeah, it's a huge commitment, you know, and you know, from the players and management as well. Like, I mean, for every hour a player spends on the field, management have 2 hours, you know, to get between setting up, getting ready, tidying up afterwards. You know, I suppose a meeting as well afterwards to see how it went, how we can improve on as well for the next session as well. So it's a huge commitment all around from everybody, and it's 7 days a week now really for anybody, you know. That's I suppose, you know, looking at championship aspects as well, like, so it's a lifestyle really, you know.
Yeah, I suppose that's exactly the word. It would have to be a lifestyle choice, because who else would do it, like, you know, unless you're really involved in it, like, and really wanted to be a part of something.
Yeah, it is, you know, for the players there, and you know, a lot of the players, you know, have young family as well, like, you know, so it's a huge commitment from them, you know, every night, you know, and the commitment they have to give to each other as well, you know. So I mean, everybody has a part to play in it, you know, from the player to the management to their family as well, like, so it's a huge commitment all around.
Yeah, and you know, especially you know all the players very well. You know their parents and their families and everything, like, you know. So I suppose there's where you get your kick, if you like. You know, you're not out in the field, but when they win a game, like win a championship game, you know, it must be hugely enjoyable. You know, the aftermath of that, like, you know, to take all
yeah, see the knock-on effect, like, just everyone's in good form, they're delighted with it. You know, it's a bit step, especially these times now with COVID and all that.
Yeah.
It's great to have that, to give people something extra, like they're sick of, you know, restrictions, everything.
Yeah.
It's great to have an outlet and enjoy it.
Yeah. It's wonderful to have an outlet. I don't know how we do without sport, because, you know, we're sick of politics anyway. But without sport, it's something that bonds us all together. Like, it's something that we all have. Like, and you know, but you talk about when you win a game, you know. I'm one of the biggest critics around. I'm sure you know that. We're all critics. We can all go up into the pub and we can all pick holes and everything. But on the day we're beaten, like, and you know, I'm sure you've seen plenty of that over. You know, deal with that, you know, pressure if things don't go right. This year's a different year, obviously.
We have, like, but that's part and parcel. You have to be strong-minded and you have to back yourself and back your lads. I mean, we were a tight-knit group. We met there. The first meeting we actually had, it wasn't the training session just earlier on this year. We met the players, and first thing we said to them was, lads, listen, we don't care what age you are, whether the youngest or the oldest in the family, you're all equal, you'll all be treated the same. And if you're good enough, you're old enough.
Yeah.
And in fairness to all the lads, they've helped younger lads settle into the squad very well, so they have. They give them bits of advice, encouragement whenever they feel they need it.
Yeah.
And I think that has created a great bond within the squad, which has been reflected now in our performances.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see it, and you can see it outside of the pitch as well. Steve, do you ever wake up in the middle of the night and say, "Oh, geez, I forgot this, or I forgot that, or we should try this"? Or
All the time. All the time. Yeah, I don't think I've slept right in the last month at least. You know, I suppose even with the games, you know, I mean, you know, we haven't, I suppose, ran away with any game. Every game has been a really, really tight game, you know. So it's normally taken 3 or 4 days to relax even after the game. Like, so, yeah, definitely. You know, you're constantly thinking, and I suppose looking at performance as well, players, and seeing where they can benefit as well as the biggest thing. You know, so you're always thinking, you know.
Yeah.
Always looking ahead, which is
Would it be right as part of your job, especially you two lads now, to look at the opposition and know what's going on there with, say, you know, different things?
Definitely. Look, part of any competition today, or you're looking at yourselves, you're looking at opposition as well. So, you know, you have to take in their strengths, their weaknesses as well, and we have to try and capitalise on everything, you know. In games today, it's only percentages. It's small percentages that win games, and that's what you have to look at, is the small things, you know, to get you across the line. Like, so.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you this question. Over the last year since you've come together and since you started playing matches, is there any standout moment that really stands out for you in the last? Maybe that's a hard enough question. Like, was there any standout moment, was it winning the semi-final or getting over the first round, or that stands out?
Not really. I mean, like, we've been taking it a game at a time, but I suppose the first game is always the one to get a good start, and I suppose that gives us confidence from there, especially against our neighbours Kilmaley. Like, we know how Kilmaley are, they're a very, very good team. So to get over that was a big step for us now, alright, and kind of build from there then after that.
Yeah, I suppose that game was kind of typified the way you played all year, is that Kilmaley came back at you as can be expected. Like, but every team that has come back at you, you know, that was the change. The difference I saw that Chief put into this team is how to see a game out. You know, being level, being maybe a point down, 10 minutes to go, and being able to push for the line, getting up to 2 points, and maybe get going a bit further.
Yeah, that's the character notice within the lads, and as I mentioned there earlier, that the older lads having the younger lads has created that bond between them, and they're composed, like, they don't panic, and a lot of that has come from the players themselves. So and the older lads that'll be a bit there 2 years now, they're 25, 26, they're really stepping up and leading it. It's making our jobs a bit easier, because when the game is on, there's not a whole lot we can do on the field. It's up to the players that are on the field, and they're taking the game by the scuff of the neck and the leadership, and they're not panicking.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can continue that now.
So when the county final is over Sunday, will the family welcome you back into the fold again? Because I'm sure you've been missing for the last year or so.
Hope so.
We know afterwards.
Yeah, we know afterwards.
Yeah, it's a huge commitment, but you know, you've great people. I'm sure you know your families have really supported you in this as well. You can't just do it on your own. So, you know, we forget about people who make all the a lot of sacrifices as well. Like, and just to thank those people as well who, you know, send you down there to train every day in reasonably good spirits anyway.
Yeah, that's it. You know, so
I spend the winter putting the kids to bed now anyway.
I know, yeah.
Anyway. Look, lads, it's 7 days away now, and you know we are in the county final. Whatever way it goes, it's been a huge. It's been a fantastic year for the club. You know, a relatively new club, and you know, sincere thanks to both of you, lads. I know that I saw the effort you put in. You know, from a distance, and I don't even know the half of it, as you say. We only think of the hour we had below or two training. But the work you put in after that is phenomenal as well. So thanks very much, lads, and thanks for joining me here, and the best of luck on Sunday week.
Thanks very much.